Hi everyone, welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot and Astrology. Although it won't be any astrology, we're going to look at, I'm going to look at with my spirit team at Trump's week. We're going from January 29th through February 4th, 2023. So, with all that said, let me swap out cameras, send you big hugs ahead of time, and be right back. Okay, so as usual, I'm using Ciro Marchetti's Kipper, and just have to tune into his week. So, like I said, January 29th to February 4th, what may be his experience, or even what's coming down the pike for him further on. Okay, so I'm going to do 21 cards as usual. $18, $19, $20, $21, and I'm going to take the bottom stack in case we need more, but let's see what we have. Okay, documents. Huh? Interesting. Documents and communications about cheating. Let me just get these going. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, better to get the cards laid out rather than just. Oh, and he comes up at the top. Looking for the drink. Looking for the drugs. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Wow. How's that? Okay. Nothing cutting off. No, I'm good there. Okay, so chopstick. All right, right in the center, we have his abundance card. So he's here. So I'm going to start with him because those are the rules when you do a grand tableau or a mini grand tableau. If the person appears, you always start with that card. So first step here with him, he does come in with some control over this week. I have a feeling this is him being able to go back on Facebook if he wants, because that was always like his intimate circle of, you know, it was Twitter, Facebook, and I think he could. I think Elon already said he could go back on Twitter if he wanted, but I don't know if he did. But at least he has those options. He has maybe some control over his health, or maybe this is just recommending revealing the down patch that he'd gone through with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all that other crap, that he now can, like, some things are opened up. Because we do have abundance here, and this is, you know, opportunity. The sudden wealth card, it can be an opportunity that comes from risk, but I also see this card as the way, it's just a person's, all their different ways of earning money or making money. There's an opportunity here, but it's also, you know, speculation, gambling. And Wow. I mean, don't we have all the money laundering cards in here? Oh, well, the only one's missing is the, because we have foreign money here, made on the backs of people who can't really rise much in their pay. But I don't have the other one, the poverty card. Or the children card. Oh no, child's right here. This is interesting. Wow. Okay, so it looks to me like he has the support of some woman who's been working for him in the past. But then again, you know, this is not a good card. This is sad news. Maybe it's an older woman who used to work for him and he received some sad news that she's very ill. That's very possible. It could also be that he receives news that Putin died. And this could be Putin's, one of his maybe ex-wife. Didn't you guys tell me he had like 2 ex-wives and then a newer wife? Yeah, and then all the daughters. If you haven't watched that reading, watch it. Basically, I got that Putin died. Because then we have these weird cards over here. Now, we have to know that, here, I'll oh, if I can reach it way over here. Oh, come on. If you've read Craig Unger's book, House of Trump, House of Putin, you would know that it's Simon or Simeon, however you want to say it. Mogilevich is his last name, who is like the Don, the brainy Don of all the Russian mafia. And he would be the one who would have organized everything for Putin. And the dude is 290 pounds at only 5 foot 6 feet tall. So he could be going down any day too. But he would be the one that would take over for Putin. But there could be some woman that's like the go-between. To like, okay, now how do we all launder our money? Right? At least in that organization. I mean, there's mafias all over the world, but the Russian mafia is the one that Trump has been connected to. And I think that that's what this is here. Honestly, I think that's what this string is up here, and I think that's why he came in here at the top, because he does have some control over that. Okay, like, how do I launder my money now, you guys? Well, he's not doing well with his resorts, so there's always that issue. But it's interesting that his card knights here to the intimate circle card, you know. But then again, this is him in his 4 walls of his own home. And then maybe these cards are revealing his mental illness, and I don't mean that, you know, in any negative way to a child, but this is, you add these 2 cards together, and this is someone who's pretty immature, and we know that he is. But then again, with his card knighting down here to the adjudication card, these 2 cards combined bring in him examining what he's going to do and who he's bonded with overseas, right? Because he's looking at foreign connections. It's also always looking for drugs in some way to numb out, too. And then with the main male, him knighting down here to the thoughts card, this is our, you know, card of strategery, as Lori calls them, strategizing, making plans. And he's having to make new plans, new ways to work it, you know. Okay, so that's that. Around him, he might have a little more control over his health, He might have found some new ways to take a little better care of his health, but it's still a down patch. And it's interesting, we have the coffin card here and the imprisonment card here starting out the week. It's like, whoa. I still feel like this is news. I think this reading is further reiterating that Putin died. Putin's been the cheater, the one that hid, has always hidden, right? As there's all this, what is it? What's that word that Jean taught me, defenestration? I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. I didn't look that up, but I didn't know what the word meant. She texted me that. It means people being pushed out of a window. Not funny, but, you know, in the context of this, I'm seeing the end of Putin being able to do that, or get his guys to do it. Anyway, so first step is done here. Second step, which is usually the first step if the person's card doesn't come through in a grand tableau. And these are just, you know, normal cartomancy rules. You read the first few cards, 3 to 4 cards, the opening up cards. So here we have all communications and documents that relate to cheating, relate to, you know, treachery, and even somebody that he might be, you know, jealous of. But that, you know, I don't know about that. But there's just some of the, you know, we've got seduction, the maskiness. But this card is about lying. It's all about dishonesty. And now in a personal reading, if you guys are reading for yourself and you get this card, it's like the fox and the liniment. It can just show that something's wrong. But in a political reading, especially with him, you always have to, you know, tune into the person you're reading on. This has to do with, I think, documents that he has been avoiding returning, you know, that he stole. We all know what that's about. And this could be him evading the matter as to, do I want to go back on Facebook or not? Facebook and Instagram, because, you know, Mark Efferberg has let him back on. But, you know, he has his truth. It's not really social. So maybe he won't go back on. But anyway, that could be that he's received communication that he can, you know, he can do that again if he wants. And I say that because, you know, it would put him out there. But this looks to me like loyalty, communications about loyalty, but they're all a bunch of friggin' cheaters anyway, right? And yeah, the worldwide, you know, the transnational, as Sarah Kensinger calls it, the transnational money laundering crime syndicate. It's all right here, and they're all bonded together, and they all lie and cheat about it. Well, there's communications and documents coming out about that this week. That's what I'm getting. And they will be the gift that is given, and it will show the bonds and the people who are connected. So it could be something coming out from the DOJ this week. Or it could be Fani Willis, you know, getting her grand jury trial going. Interesting. Okay, so now we read the four corners to see what frames in, right? Frames in the reading. What's the frame of the reading? So gift card can be visitors, but I feel like it's giving. Somebody's giving the documents. The documents. Oh, you know what I feel like this is? I do feel like this is the DOJ. Something could come through this week. It could be that we receive the gift. I mean, I know this reading's about him. Either, well, okay, let's just pretend it's only him. It's nothing to do with us. Maybe he gets a gift of a document that somebody's been hiding, and this somebody would be someone that works for him. And then it could be a couple of people that have worked for him, older. And then he's got a new strategy. Then again, if we look at it just from the Facebook Mark Zuckerberg level, this could be the gift and the opportunity to go back on Facebook to communicate and work it. And this could be the older guy that works with Mr. Zuck. And then he's got this new strategy. So I think that's probably more like it. I mean, everything here leads to the news, the message that comes out that Putin is dead, and the money laundering crime syndicate that goes back up to him, right? Look at this V up here. Has put him in a restricted way. Like he's kind of restricted. Like, now how do I launder? Like, there was something about the connection with Putin that is affecting him. Maybe it gets him down. Maybe it causes, because a lot of readers have gotten that, and I can't remember if I have or not. I've done so many darn readings on the guy. The only thing I can say for sure that I know about the guy is that he's demented and that he's probably early stages Alzheimer's, like his dad. His brain is mush. And I've always felt like he may have, like when he dies, it may be natural causes at home, but like a stroke kind of a thing. He may stroke out, and he has a heart problem. But other than that, okay, let me just keep going, because this looks to me like, if I just go with the cards at night here, this is him looking at a foreign connection who has died. And now he's examining, and this could be him, this doesn't really have to be a formal, because the adjudication card doesn't need to be going before like a bench, or it can be going before a judge. There's that possibility. But this could also be him trying to pick out, well, he's not in a position to appoint a judge anymore. He appointed a bunch of judges, though. He did. I mean, he and McConnell really, I think they got in over 200 Republican judges. So, but anyway, back to the adjudication card. Just for reference, you guys, this can be anyone who, assistant, this could be like a salesperson that helps him. So this could be like, the whole Mark Zuckerberg thing. This could even be a tax person that he has some control over. This could be him negotiating. This card can, if you get it in a personal reading, it can be a decision that you're trying to make, and a negotiation with someone else. But it's always, pressure. There's some kind of pressure to get something accomplished, or to just make a decision. So this could be him negotiating with someone who was a loyal. So this could be him negotiating with Mogilevich or any of these other oligarchs. This could be him in this intimate circle of oligarchs. And now there's this new decision, new negotiations that need to come into play, because Putin's dead. I mean, it's coming through again in this reading. This is like the same thing that happened when I was reading on him, and this card kept coming through, the coffin card kept coming through around the mature woman, and then, Ivanka and Don Jr. and like Eric's cards kept coming through. And it was like a few weeks in a row, I kept getting those same cards, and then I just kind of let go of it. Just got used to seeing them and wondering, like, okay, what's going to happen? I kept thinking, well, maybe Don Jr. is going to, you know, OD or something, because that's a real possibility, right? But then it turns out that Ivana died. So now here we have the confirmation. That's what's so great about Kipper. It's like all the readings I've ever done on what's his name? Clarence. The main woman would always come in like, it's like, why is Jenny here? I'm looking at his professional future. Why is she here? And then it would be all the money and the change, you know, cards. The the cards were trying to teach me that she was a big instigator and money, you know, funder, or you know, she was the one that brought money in with her organizing other people with money to fund the insurrection. So anyway, I'm seeing Putin's death here. Here, negotiating because of the death. So the trajectory of his next week is really trying to figure out, who do I trust now that Putin's gone? And but Mogilevich was always in the picture, but his health isn't good. His health can't be good. The dude's 290 pounds at 5 feet 6, you know, 5'6", right? And he's elderly. I think he's 70 something. I could be wrong. He might be even older than that. Anyway, someday that guy will be gone. But who knows if on the news we'll ever know if, you know, getting confirmation that Putin's dead. Someone commented, and I really think the person, I just can't remember her name, that it took 2 years for the truth to come out about Fidel Castro being dead. So we can expect, you know, like, another comment was like, maybe it'll be like a weekend at Bernie's, you know, propping the guy up. We can expect body doubles. We can expect, you know, something being, well, he has been quiet for quite some time. But anyway, reiterating, Putin's dead. Now what do I do? Who do I get to support me in that? And who can I trust into my intimate circle? He's looking forward to that. Who do I bond with now? It's kind of out there, you know, he's searching, basically, with this Distant Horizons card. This card rules all foreign cultures. It has to do with your visions and your hopes and your dreams. Also has to do with alcohol and drugs, and it has anything to do with, you know, across the water, of course. Yeah. And I really love the way Ciro Marchetti put an anchor in this card, because it helps me remember, like in the Lenormand with the anchors, like, you know, it can be goals, and you're trying to, you've got your vision for your goals that you're trying to ground and be solid in. And that's what he's always looking for. It's always about the ka-ching, the money. But now that Putin's dead, it's affecting him some way. So that's all I'm seeing, actually. The rest of it, I think we've already covered, so let's just look at what's at the bottom. I mean, the other cards are, this could be Don Jr. and Eric, and they're like, uh-oh, what do we do now? And they're going through a down patch, too. And this could also be sad news that Trump gets because something does happen to Don Jr. This could be Don Jr. going into rehab again on another level here, because Don Jr. is one of his, you know, adult children or heirs. I don't know what's going to be left. And it also knights up here to the intimate circle of, you know, family, right? See these 4 cards here like that, right? This card, if it's not a person, has to do with his ambition, Trump's ambition to find this new support to work within. And the mature man would also be supportive. So man and woman, I really feel like, I get the feeling of one of Putin's ex-wives that is still very active, working that way within that group of money laundering, you know, the money laundering crime syndicate. Yep, and that's the plan. Yeah, okay, so I do feel down there. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, Yeah, the way they make their great fortune is going through some changes. And now with the concern card, well, with this card, there can be like a new job to find a way to make the fortune. And then, of course, they're all, you know, mentally ill, these people that do that. And they're all a bunch of thieving, conniving, disgusting people, you know, that's there too. This is also a distraction that they're going to have to keep mulling over. But this is, you know, this is him. He gets distracted all the time by his mental illness. And, yeah, and there's probably some money that comes in somehow. But his experience, see, here we go with the money laundering cards again. His experience of bringing in money that he didn't have to work for is the big distraction on the table. And the change is coming like right into his inner circle. So, man, it really affects him. But, oh, I just remembered, other readers, or you guys are telling me, I never have time to watch anybody else's videos. It's so hard. Videos or live streams, I don't have any extra time nowadays. But anyway, what you guys are telling me is that other readers have said that Putin and Trump leave at about the same time. So, if that's the case, maybe we could read these cards a little bit differently. I'm sorry, I literally got distracted away from that thought. It's what happens when you're looking at a bunch of cards. It's like having a bunch of kids yelling at you. Look at me, look at me. You know, you're at the park with a bunch of kids and they're like, look at me. So, but anyway, with Trump, this could be, this could literally be communication that causes a lot of, because no matter what, whether it's death or not, the coffin card is a painful loss. An ending and a painful loss that creates a huge restriction on a completely different level. Maybe these are documents that come in that prove his cheating, and then it's a very painful loss for him and his intimate circle of friends and his family, and he goes to prison. Maybe there's handcuffs on him. We'll see. Okay, I'm done. Thanks, you guys. Hope you have a really good week. Bye.